All right, just gonna answer some of the questions and give you guys an update on what's going on with the TW. So I checked the valves. That was one of the things that was suggested. Valves are in spec. At the top end of the spec, but definitely in spec. I also checked the float bowl level. The float bowl level is at a little bit above where the bowl connects to the carburetor, which is well above where the main and pilot jet pull fuel from the bottom of the bowl. So that's not it. I also checked the CDI. Disclosed the CDI, RPM didn't change at all. I found the CDI, it's mounted on the right side of the bike. So those are the three things I tried. Didn't change much. I did adjust the air screw. I know I mentioned before that I pulled the air screw all the way down, almost like out, and it ran better. So I put it all the way back in and then screwed it out 2.5 turns and it seemed to run okay. Not great though. So I noticed I had a lot better throttle response from the idle. So I could gas it and it would take right off and the RPMs would come up, which is better than it was ever doing before. But then when I'm out riding it, I'll for example, I'll have the clutch out, I'll be kind of rolling up a hill and I'll go to give it gas and it'll just die out and go to kill. If I feather it and get the RPM up and slip the clutch and keep the RPM while I'm slipping the clutch, it'll run real strong. So it tells me that the main jet probably is probably getting the fuel out. See, here's my next hunch. Is that's not a normal carburetor, like a slide carburetor, where when I pull the cable, the slide comes open and pulls the needle out to allow more fuel to flow. It has that diaphragm system. So I'm assuming as the RPM come up, the vacuum increases on top of the diaphragm, lifting the diaphragm and the slide and the needle to allow more fuel to come through. So I'm wondering if it's the diaphragm. I'm wondering if the vacuum that is building up on top of the diaphragm is leaking, which I don't think is the case because I checked the diaphragm for air leaks and held it up to light and tried to find any holes. No holes. So that maybe there's a hole in there I didn't see. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I appreciate you guys following up. I've seen a ton of support and follow and updates on this. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to let me know what you think. As far as the guy that was saying he wanted to get back to me on the air screw, it sounds like he's had experience with these carburetors before. I'm 2.5 turns out. It idles fine. It responds to throttle response. The throttle response from idle is fine. It's now throttle response at load, especially mid RPM. That's where I'm really getting poor performance and poor sputtering. So let me know what you think, and I appreciate the feedback in advance.